100%. Okay, it's been from day one. I'll give you a very quick story. I think I've said it before, maybe even on this show, but it's worth for our viewers to hear it and listen to it again. When he first arrived to Inter Miami, literally days after landing in Fort Lauderdale, you know, he's just getting used to the teammates and everything. He doesn't speak English, obviously some broken words and stuff, or he refuses to in many ways because he just wants to focus on the Spanish, which is fine, but he's still communicating with everybody else. One of the stories was right before that Super Bowl-ish amazing announcement in the stadium at DRV Pink Stadium when Messi comes on and there's music and all that stuff. It was a hot ticket, right? Everybody wanted to go, including a hot ticket for all other teammates. Leo Campana, the Ecuadorian striker, they have a WhatsApp group. This story is through DeAndre Yedlin, by the way. Leo Campana in this WhatsApp group, through all the teammates, is saying, hey, I need 2 more tickets for this presentation. And everybody's like scrambling, trying to figure it out. In pops Messi in this WhatsApp group saying, well, how many do you need, brother? I got you. And everybody was like, oh my God, like he's right here. So he immediately puts himself in there. And then that's just an off the pitch story. But on the pitch, as you mentioned, he's just an absolute team player. There's stories from everywhere. Drake Callan to Benjamin Cremachi, the young Argentinian America player who's like his right-hand man right now, who was playing in the youth setup before he came on. Now he's like right next to him in the games. He has taken him under his wing. So everybody's just like buying into it. And that's the beauty of this story. Of course, it's about Lionel Messi and his 10 goals, 3 assists, as Janusz said. But it's also about the human being, the person that he is. And he's finally happy because Antonella Rocuzzo and the kids are happy. And he's in a city that really cultivates and nurtures this story. So everything so far is going according to plan. And I like what Janusz said. It's true. I wouldn't call it so far irrelevant, but the foundation has already been set. So whatever happens from this moment, whether it's wins or losses, the story will continue to elevate because Messi is happy. Inter Miami is a determinant force, and may so it continue for everybody in MLS. It'll be exciting to see what happens after this.
Yeah, we all know happy wife, happy life. I know you guys can attest to that as well. That is a very important one. Very quickly then, from both of you, while we wrap this up, I'll start with you, Janusz. Is the league going to need to keep bringing in huge signings? Obviously, nothing's ever going to be as big as Messi. Again, we know that. To have that relevance year in, year out. And I'm not just talking about being able to be recognized internationally now like they are because Messi's there, but we're even seeing on the domestic front people who don't usually follow football/soccer in North America completely interested and taken by this story.
Absolutely. I think other owners will see that as well. I mean, we've been here before, but remember, the league continues to grow every year, right? Just as we had some big names towards the end of their career coming early in Major League Soccer, maybe it was just too early. Now, I think these owners are going to see it. The new trend has been to kind of move on the young players and make money. But I think what they see from Messi, now we saw, I think the other day, Antoine Griezmann said, this is where I want to end up. I think, in the future, maybe seeing this, maybe, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years from now, Kylian Mbappe comes here a little bit earlier than he normally would have even thought about. So look, I mean, even with Messi and Inter, I think the way he's happy about this, his stay, he himself can encourage others. I mean, when Messi speaks, a lot of people listen, right? So I wouldn't be surprised that not only does he make Inter bigger, because obviously he has a stake in this team. When he retires, I hope that he stays with Inter Miami, uses his influence to make Inter Miami better, to continue to bring some of his former players or maybe, big time players that trust him to Major League Soccer. And I think you're going to see this perhaps from other owners as well, because it's not an issue of money here. We all knew that. It's an issue of mechanisms. And these mechanisms are going to evolve, right? These owners have more than enough money. A lot of these guys are billionaires over and over, bigger, they have more money than some of the owners in Europe. So I think I'm not saying that this is going to be a trend, but I wouldn't be surprised. But you have to go after the right people, not just big name, but the right people that truly embrace and want to be here.
Yeah, I'll answer this question based from the horse's mouth himself. Kay, when I had that one-on-one with Messi, I asked him, what do you think needs to happen in order for the US MLS to continue to grow? With you, without you, alongside you, what do you think? And his first sentence was, it's up to MLS itself. Meaning all the points that Janusz just said, right? Including and the conversation I had with Don Garber right before the League's Cup final, where he said, listen, I want to make sure that every club is responsible for what's happening and understand the magnitude of it and understand how we can all succeed as a result of it. I've always said there's three factors that really should be fundamental in order for MLS to continue, right? Number one, okay, absolutely. You have to make sure that you attract the right talent, just like Janusz said, and you don't get more correct than Lionel Messi. So hopefully that's an attraction that comes in. But number two is also making sure that MLS continues on this really beautiful story from the Miguel Almiron stories, where like nobody knew who Miguel Almiron was when Tata Martino brought him to Atlanta United, and look what happened. He's just one of many. That needs to continue. The young, undiscovered, whether it's Latin American or from other regions to come. And then the third one is these MLS clubs need to do the same blueprint of the likes of FC Dallas, where you're creating these young, talented, American or Mexican American, whatever it is, players that keep continuing to grow, because you need to have a deep foundation. All those three things, if they continue to happen, fantastic. And now that you have Messi, and again, I echo my friend Janusz's point, now that you have Messi, then the door's open. Now you have people like Griezmann saying, that's where I want to go next. And then maybe Kylian Mbappe, who knows? But all those things need to come together. The World Cup 2026 is in the US. Copa America is next year. All the proverbial stars are aligning for this to continue to succeed. But just like Messi said, it depends on MLS itself.
Make it quick, Janusz.
Yeah, just a very important point is that the owners have to be allowed to do it. And you've mentioned that because, Messi's a little bit different, right? I don't think that you're going to have Apple TV and Adidas and everybody else pitching in to get, the Griezmanns and everybody else in the world. This is unique. So let's be honest about this. And it should be unique because Major League Soccer got a unique player, one of the best in the history. It's arguably, I suppose, to some people. But so that's important, that this deal is different from, I think, almost anything else other than maybe Pele way back when.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis, and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.